Good morning, students. Today we will be beginning with another session of terms used in accounting. Till the last lecture, we had seen different terms like transactions, goods, capital, assets, and different types of assets. Now today we will be moving ahead with the next term, which is associated with the capital, which is associated with the formula that we have understood for the capital. Capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. So we have seen assets. Now we will see what are liabilities. Liabilities are nothing but debts, obligations, or in other words you can say as loans, which are payable by the business to the outsiders. Any amount which is payable by the business to the outsiders. Outsider is nothing but the parties which are related to the business. Outsiders are nothing but the parties or the organizations who are related to the business. They may be banks, they may be the suppliers, they may be any agencies who have provided assistance in various forms to the business. So any payment, any dues, any obligations, loans which arise out of this help is called as the liability. So there are two types of liabilities. One is fixed liability, another is current liability. So fixed liability is the liability which is repaid only at the time of closure of the business. Whenever you are winding up the business, when you are closing, when you have decided that business has to be closed down, at that time whatever payments you are making, that is called as the fixed liability. So fixed liability is paid only at the time of winding up of the business, closure of the business. You can call it as a long-term liability. Business is having only one kind of fixed liability, and that is capital. For a proprietary concern, for a sole trading concern, the capital invested, money invested by the proprietor is the long-term liability. It is a fixed liability. For multinational companies, whatever the amount is collected by way of issue of shares, debentures, etc., that is the fixed liability. Whatever loans they have obtained from various financial institutions, that becomes the fixed liability. So if a company is obtaining loan for a period of 15 years, 20 years, then you can say it becomes a fixed liability of the company. Are you getting it? But more prominently, capital is called as the fixed liability because capital is repaid only at the time of winding up of the company. It is not repaid in between. Okay. Then next we have is current liability. Current liability means the liability which is for a shorter period of time. You satisfy that liability, you pay off that liability immediately within a period of 1 year or so. Are you getting it? So whenever your liability has to be repaid within months, say for example, you have not paid the electricity bill. Electricity bill has to be paid as early as possible. Are you getting it? They are not going to provide electricity without paying the charges for years together. आज नहीं भरा, ये मंथ में नहीं भरा, नेक्स्ट मंथ में नहीं भरा, तो थर्ड मंथ में they will come and they will cut your electricity. So such unpaid expenses आपको कभी फिर वो थर्ड मंथ में तो एटलीस्ट so unpaid electricity charges you have to pay it on one or the other day within a specified period of time. Second example, payment to the suppliers. All those who have supplied goods to you on credit basis. Okay, remember the supply of goods should be on credit basis. Whenever they have supplied goods to you, you have to make the payment to such suppliers. They are going to wait only for a certain period of time. उसके बाद वो लोग आपका सप्लाई बंद कर देंगे. That is why all such liabilities which are to be satisfied within a specified period of time, you cannot take too long to make the payment of such liabilities. Those liabilities are called as current liabilities. Most of the expenses which remain unpaid in the business, which the business cannot satisfy during the financial year, all such expenses belongs to the current liability. जैसे कि मैंने बोला आपने इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चार्जेस नहीं पे किए हैं, that is your current liability. You have not paid the canteen bill, that is your current liability. You have not paid salaries to the employees, that is your current liability. So all these are the examples of current liabilities. You have taken loan from the bank overdraft जिसे हम बोलते हैं, which is available only to the current account holders. So such current account holders get the bank overdraft facility. It is a short term loan provided by the bank, that is a current liability. So got it? So the liability for a shorter period of time is called as current liability. Okay. The next term that we are going to see is called as drawings. Drawings means withdrawals, taking out, removing something from the business for the personal use. Okay. Who is withdrawing? The businessman or the proprietor is withdrawing from the business. He may be withdrawing the goods, he may be withdrawing the cash, and those are used for the personal use of the proprietor. It is called as drawings. Okay, now he uses the cash of the business for payment of school fees. He uses the cash for payment of residential flat. रेसिडेन्शियल फ्लॅटचं रेंट भरण्यासाठी जर पैसे वापरले, बिझनेसचे पैसे वापरले, स्वतःच्या लाईफ इन्शुरन्स प्रीमियम भरण्यासाठी जर पैसे वापरले, तर इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज ड्रॉइंग्स. आर यू गेटिंग इट? यू आर हॅव्हिंग अ ग्रोसरी शॉप आणि त्या ग्रोसरी शॉपमधनं तुम्ही बिस्किट पुढे घेतले. You have taken the packets of biscuit for your own consumption. That is called as drawings. You have taken pulses, you have taken cereals, you have taken food grains for your own consumption. That is called as drawings. Are you getting it? So whenever the businessman is withdrawing anything, maybe goods or cash, for his personal use, it is called as drawings. If a medical shop owner, he uses medicines for his own recovery, खुद की रिकवरी के लिए अगर वो मेडिसिन्स यूज करता है अपनी दुकान से, तो दैट बिकम्स द ड्रॉइंग्स. आर यू गेटिंग इट? द proprietor manages to make his drawings limited, to keep his drawings limited, because जितने ज़्यादा हमारे ड्राइंग्स रहेंगे उतना हमारा कैपिटल कम होते जाएगा. आर यू गेटिंग इट? So our drawing should be kept as minimum so that our capital will remain intact. Okay. Now the next one, we'll see the next term, that is a dator. Now here the spelling is DEBTOR, but in this case the B word is character is silent. Dator is a person who owes something to the business. OWES, owes. This means you are going to make some payment to the business. Owing something, that means you have the liability to give. Okay, so a person who owes something to the business is called as a dator. Now this relationship of debtor and a creditor will exist only in the case of a credit transaction. Just remember this point. Debtor will arise, debtor will come into an existence only when there is a credit transaction. Whenever you are supplying the goods, you are providing the goods, you are selling the goods to your customers on credit basis, then that customer becomes your debtor. Okay, he has to pay the price of the goods to the business at a later date. He will be paying to you at a later date. आज वो goods लेके गया आपसे, लेकिन पेमेंट 15 दिन के बाद करेगा, 20 दिन के बाद करेगा, 1 month के बाद करेगा. So such a person who is going to make a payment at a future date, that is called as a debtor. Are you getting it? So debtor is a living being. He is a person who is going to make the payment to the business. Next, the next term that we are going to see is a creditor. Now, a debtor and creditor, you can say they are the two sides of a same coin. Again, where there is a debtor, there is a creditor. जहाँ पे डेटर है वहाँ पे क्रेडिटर का होना जरूरी है, होता ही है. So, who is a creditor? A creditor is a person to whom the business owes something. बिजनेस जिसको देता है, जिसको देना चाहिए, that person is called as a creditor. Are you getting it? Suppose if a company, if the supplier, he is supplying the goods to us on credit, then that supplier company becomes a creditor and we becomes the debtor. Suppose I have a stationery shop. I have ordered 100 erasers of domes. डोम्स का 100 इरेजर्स मैंने ऑर्डर किया है एंड आई हैव टोल्ड द कंपनी दैट आई विल पे यू द प्राइस ऑन 1st of February. आर यू गेटिंग इट? आज मैंने ऑर्डर किया और मैं पेमेंट कब कर रही हूँ? ऑन 1st of February. सो वेन एवर द कंपनी इज सेंडिंग मी द गुड्स, कंपनी बोलती है ठीक है चलो 100 इरेजर्स का पैसा आप मुझे 1st February को दो. Company is providing me with the goods, so company becomes the creditor and the businessman who receives the eraser becomes the debtor. Are you getting it? So wherever there is a debtor, there is a creditor, और जहाँ पे creditor है वहाँ तो debtor होता ही है. They are the two sides of a same coin, or you can say that debtor and creditor walks hand in hand for the business. Are you getting it? And they arise only in the case of credit transaction. जहाँ पे क्रेडिट ट्रांजैक्शन होता है, आप अगर किसी को बोलते हो कि he is the creditor, that means he has supplied goods to you, he has provided finance to you for your business. अभी बैंक ने आपको बिजनेस के लिए लोन दिया. You have borrowed money from the bank, so bank becomes your creditor. क्योंकि आपको वो पैसा रिटर्न करना है बैंक को, so bank becomes the creditor. Are you getting it? Next, the next term that we are going to see is bad debts. What are bad debts? Amount which is not recoverable from the debtors is called as bad debts. Now you have seen who are the debtors. समझ में आया? जो हमारे कस्टमर्स है, जिन्होंने हमसे क्रेडिट पे माल लिया है, those who have taken goods from us on credit, all are our debtors. Out of many debtors, a company will be having n number of debtors. Okay, out of many debtors, if some of them are unable to make the payment, then such amount which cannot be recovered by the company, that is called as the bad debts. Are you getting it? Suppose you are having hundreds of customers, 100 customers हैं आपके. कोई शहर छोड़ के चला गया, कोई दुनिया छोड़ के चला गया, किसी के दिमाग के ऊपर असर हो गया, some people have become lunatic, or for any reason, if they do not make the payment, then such amount is called as the bad debts. वो amount को हम bad debts बोलते हैं. Now this bad debt is always a loss for the business. वो business के लिए क्या है? Loss है. It is irrecoverable. आपने तो goods दे दिए. You have given the goods. But in spite of giving the goods, you have not received the money. So it is a loss for the business. The next term is profit. Profit means, now everybody has known this term since many years. सबको ये term मालूम है, profit and loss. But now we are going to see this from the point of view of accounts. Accounts में profit कब बोलेंगे? जब हमारा sales revenue expenses से ज़्यादा होगा. When we are having excess of sales revenue over expenditure, it is called as profit. We will be having more of income and less of expenses. Income कहाँ से आता है business के लिए? Income is always received from sales revenue and expenses are related to the business. So जब आपका sales revenue ज़्यादा है, expenses कम है, then it is called as the profit. It is the situation of profit. The next term is loss. It is exactly opposite of profit. प्रॉफिट में हमने क्या देखा? सेल्स रेवेन्यू ज्यादा है, सेल्स से मिलने वाला इनकम ज्यादा है. अभी यहाँ पे क्या होगा? लॉस में द एक्सपेंसेस आर मोर एंड सेल्स आर लेस. इनकम फ्रॉम सेल्स इज लेस. सो एक्सेस ऑफ एक्सपेंसेस ओवर सेल्स रेवेन्यू. When your expenses are more and sales revenue is less, then that situation is called as loss. Okay? Then the next term we are going to see is accounting year. What is an accounting year? See, we say academic year, we say calendar year. Calendar year starts from January, ends on December 31st. Academic year starts in the month of June and ends in the month of April after your final exams. So वैसे ही हमारा accounting year भी है. What is accounting year? Accounting year is a period of 12 months. First of all, it is a year, therefore it is always a period of 12 months and it is starting from 1st April and ends on 31st March. So this period of 12 years is called as an accounting year. In this, every business will maintain separate set of accounts. Accounts will be maintained or incomes and expenses will be recorded for relating to that accounting year. Are you getting it? Then next we have is goodwill. This is the most important term which we are studying in accounts, that is goodwill. What is goodwill? It is the popularity. It is the name, fame of the business. Business का जो popularity है, famous होना है, that is called as goodwill. Now we see many LG products. There are n number of users who are using LG products. बहुत सारे मोबाइल यूजर्स हैं जो सैमसंग मोबाइल्स यूज करते हैं. सो सैमसंग मोबाइल, LG कंपनी, ओनिडा, ऑल दीज कंपनीज आर हैविंग गुडविल. उनको हम जानते हैं. पीपल नो दीज कंपनीज फॉर देयर प्रोडक्ट्स. पीपल आर रेडी टू परचेज द प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ दीज कंपनीज. Are you getting it? So the popularity of the business is called as the goodwill. In accounting terms, whenever we are expressing the reputation, the popularity of the business in terms of money, पैसे के हिसाब से अगर हम काउंट करेंगे तो जो that is called as the goodwill. When the company is making huge profits for years together, then that company has a goodwill in the market. Are you getting it? Many people are ready to invest in the company because it is running successfully throughout the years. Now, the best example, the current example is Jio of Reliance Foundation. Reliance is a company which is blooming like anything. उसका गुडविल है. आज आप देखोगे तो बहुत सारे जियो यूजर्स है. वाई? बिकॉज द कंपनी हैज अ गुडविल इन द मार्केट. पीपल आर रिलाइंग ऑन द कंपनी. They are knowing that company is going to get good turnover and it is going to run successfully throughout the years to come. That is called as goodwill. That is why we rush, we buy the products of Reliance company without much of discussion and doubts in our mind. Are you getting it? So, goodwill is nothing but the reputation of the business expressed in terms of money. So, with this, we have covered maximum of our terms and terminologies used in accounting. From tomorrow onwards, we will study the concepts of accounting, which will explain us the structure of accounting, base provided for the structure of accounting. Thank you, students. Meet you soon.